Live.
We are live. Okay. So Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020.
Wait a minute, hold on.
All right.
No, we're good. Go ahead.
All right. Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. It is now 7:06 in the PM. We'll call this meeting to order. Anyone like to make a motion to accept the minutes from our special meeting? Obviously, we've accepted the ones from the previous November special meeting.
From the November.
Special meeting.
Yeah, we haven't approved the November minutes though.
We have not approved of that yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, let's.
Because we didn't do it last time.
Okay, well, anyone want to make a motion to approve of the November meeting minutes?
I make a motion to approve the November meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All right, so first, or number two, on the agenda is old business. Volleyball. We got some correspondence from Melinda, obviously through Nate and his organization that he's dealing with regarding the court, specific to construction, design. All right, anybody have any ideas how we'd like to move forward? Is this something we'd obviously like to, I mean, would we like to do it? You know, should we start pricing things out? I don't think it's as complicated as Nate or his contact with that. Well, I forget the name of it. What is it again?
What? The sandbox?
Sandbox. I don't think it's as complicated as they're making it out to be. I think, Mike, you've got some experience with building volleyball courts, and I mean, the construction's not really that complicated, is it?
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Unless they're doing it in a wet spot where they need all that drainage, I don't see where.
You need any drainage. Really.
Where we're at, it's pretty dry. It'll be on a hill. It's going to be in sand. Drains well over there in that field.
Yeah, it does. So I think our next move should be I can get pricing on the rental of equipment, which is basically one piece of machinery, in my opinion. We probably need a truck to haul out the material that's there now, the organic material, and then we'll need to build the nets. Are these nets? They're not free from the sandbox people, are they?
I don't think anything is free from them.
I think you probably could just purchase nets, I would think.
Okay.
And one of them many magazines we get and usually throw away.
Yeah. No, we recycle them, Courtney. We recycle them.
Sorry.
The nets shouldn't be that expensive. You think the town's equipment might be available to us?
We can ask.
They won't let us run it.
I'll say they're probably going to want to run it.
They're going to have to.
What if they give us like a hold harmless type thing where I sign a hold harmless saying they're not responsible for any injuries or no?
I don't know if they will or not. I know when we had an issue with the car show, the very first one we did, they wouldn't allow, I don't know which one it was, but that wasn't on the town thing anymore. They wouldn't allow them to get on one of the machines or something. But that was also, 10 years ago. So
I'm going to call Ron Milovich.
When Wally used to work for the town, he used to come down and run it for us for minor things, donate like a half a
yeah.
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
I'll call Ron. No worries. Welcome.
Well, the Zoom link is below the Google Meet link.
Julie set this up with me this morning.
Okay.
No worries. You're here now. No big deal. So we're discussing the volleyball situation, the court construction, and how to go about, commencing construction of it. We need equipment to do it. We need a truck to do it. We need to buy a net. That's, of course, assuming everybody's on board for going forward with this. I thought everybody was at one point in time.
Yeah, I thought we were.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think
So,
we need to go down and pick a spot for it, because that's gonna determine how much excavating we have to do.
right, and we also don't want to encroach on the school footprint either.
No, or
You
the,
know,
or the
soccer.
basketball court or anything down there.
Right, right,
That would be the first step, would be to find a suitable spot.
right. So maybe we get a little crew together, a volleyball construction crew together, a committee within a committee.
There's not that many of us.
I know. Well, would there have to be somebody like to step up? I mean, obviously, I will. I'll go take a look and see what's.
Yeah, we'll set up a time and a few of us can go down there and meet and see where we might want to put it, you know?
Okay. Maybe not a good time during the middle of winter to start doing it. Maybe we say like April. So it buys us a little bit of time to do some research on, say the town doesn't want to lend us the equipment.
Maybe one of the town guys would donate their time on a Saturday
I think
to
maybe
run the equipment.
we should probably pick it out and plan it over the winter. I feel like that's when the town guys are the most slow if they're gonna help us, and then we can have it up and running for April when it starts to get nice.
Okay. Well, let me call Ron Milovich and discuss what options we may have as far as free time for the town guys. Trucks, we're gonna need trucks to haul material out, haul material in, equipment, etc. So let me call him and I'll see what the skinny is from him on availability.
Yep.
So depending on where we
Is
get.
it like topsoil material down there?
It is. I mean, it's
Because you could
Our yard.
maybe see if you get, and where are you getting the sand from?
don't know yet. We'll have to figure that out.
I say, because Gears may work a deal out with you if it's dirt that they can borrow, like if it's dirt that they can use. Maybe they'll work something out where they'll truck it out or whatever for you. When they're truck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
They may. I don't know.
Yeah, these are. Well, I'll start with Ron. I'll start with Ron Milovich, and then maybe if we get some headway with him, because if we don't, then we have to go back to the drawing board as far as allocating money for renting equipment. I've already spoken to a couple of local people about maybe borrowing their equipment, and some of the guys don't feel comfortable, which I kind of don't blame them either. So let me talk to Ronnie Milovich first, and then maybe next meeting we'll move forward with maybe a start date, if you will. I'll get pricing on sand from Gear. I'll call Gear, see what they can do about, maybe hauling the material out and bringing us new, et cetera.
Yep, sounds good.
Any ideas? Okay.
Well, the town might have a place that we could put the material that we're taking out. If they
Right.
use it somewhere.
Right. That's why our best
And then if we don't-
resource.
And then if we don't have a truck, we might be able to hire like Adelman or Gears to just truck it in, and then it wouldn't be that hard to spread it. You're talking about a 30 by 60 area. I mean,
Right. It's not that crazy.
the town's got a small skid steer. They got a backhoe. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't do it, or we couldn't use this stuff.
Ideally, I'd love to go lay the thing out, Mike. I'd love to go lay it out and say, go for it. You know what I mean? And it'd probably take them a day to do it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they dig it out, and while they're digging it out, and they have somebody lined up to drop off a load of sand, and while they got their equipment there, they could spread it and be done.
Right. Right. I agree. Okay. Well, we'll start with Ron, and then I'll look at material costs as well.
We should meet maybe after, I don't know if you want to wait till after the holidays or do before, just to try to get an idea of where,
Mhm.
because that's going to determine
A lot.
how much.
Yeah, it's going to determine a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have my calendar in front of me. Let's wait till after the holidays.
It's all right. Maybe all this Corona stuff will die down a little bit too.
Hope so. Get the kids back to school. Well, some of them are in school already, but I'll say January. Mike, you want to meet like January 4th? That's a Saturday.
Yeah,
Anybody else interested?
I won't be of much use, but I'll come anyways.
January 4th is a Monday.
Looking at the wrong calendar. That was for last year. It is a Monday. Second. No, we'll call it the 3rd. Make it Sunday. Is that okay? Are you
Third.
cool with Sunday?
yeah.
Any particular time, Mike, or anyone else?
Like 1 o'clock after lunch. You want to do morning?
Whatever, it doesn't matter to me.
Do morning, that way everybody
Yeah.
has the day to themselves.
Let's do like 9 o'clock. How's that?
That sounds good.
Okay, cool. And then in the meantime, we'll look at some of those correspondence that we've recycled. Maybe we've gotten new ones. I don't know. And see if we can get pricing on. I actually have a friend that works for JPro, who is a big athletic equipment supplier. I'll check with him first. He's the one who got us all the basketball nets for the courts in the school and the rims and all that kind of stuff. So I'll check with him. Sound good?
Like a plan.
Outdoor ball. Okay. All right, cool. Next on the old business, item number 2, Christmas lights decorating contest. So
Amy, that's you. You have all the info.
All right, so I have 13 entries so far. I just posted it again tonight. Ryan Hargraves said that he could take pictures of the winners from the air using the Eagle Eye. So we can post them online, the aerial photos of the winners.
what is that? Is that a drone?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and they're
Is that the
really
guy,
cool.
Is that the guy we used a while back?
Yes.
I think so.
Should we get like permission from them to do that first?
Permission? He has permission.
No, not from the home.
From the
homeowner.
Oh, we did put like that in the advertising,
Okay.
that they would be agreeable to having it posted on social media.
Oh, okay.
So I did put that in the copy right at the bottom. You know, the small print.
That no one reads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could always like reach out to them and say, you know, this is what we're doing. Is this okay with you? I mean, just to be, you know, on the safe side.
Once we sign the numbers, we can put that in the email.
True.
We
Yeah.
can put
If
all
you have
that-
if you have a problem with, if you're the winner, us using your aerial photos on social media, then please let us know. So, yeah,
So to date, we have 1 week left from today for registration, correct?
right. It's
The
the 9th. So
9th, correct.
is the last day to enter.
I have in my possession right now 25 yard signs. They're completely blank, just a white, untouched sign with the posts. So at what point do we put those up?
After everybody enters, then we were gonna assign them numbers based on like locations. So like Rachel Lane, Valley Drive, you know, that sort of thing. We'd kind of go with like 1, 2, what, you know, and kind of do like a map.
Okay.
So,
So that they-
next week.
Well, I'm going to need a couple of days if, say, we have 27 or 30 entries.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to know like pretty quickly because they're.
I'd be surprised if we had that many.
Yeah, I would be too, but I mean, what's
I
today?
think most people have probably already entered and there may be a few stragglers.
Yeah, and they have
Mike,
to
I can
register by
help.
the 9th, and it starts on the 12th.
So that's 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, I can help you. I don't mind, because I'm
Well,
gonna have the numbers
it's just a
anyways.
matter, like those people at, what the heck was the name of the place? Copycats in New London. They're great. They just said, give them a couple of days just in case.
Yeah.
So,
I think we'll be okay.
I'd say we should be good with 25, if that's what you already have.
so the money that we allocated for the signs, I believe it was $250. Is that correct, Tammy?
Uh,
I wrote it down. It's 250.
I think it was
Okay.
$250. So it was only $146 for those signs. So there's still $100 left for numbering.
Okay.
okay.
So however you want to do this, I don't know, with reflective numbers, glow in the dark numbers, whatever. But you might want to think about where to put the number, and do they need two? Does it have to be a number on either side?
I think it should just be one in the middle, one number on one side,
On one
and then
side.
the people will have their headlights on. They have to tell the people where to put the sign to make sure that people can see the sign when they're
Mhm.
driving by. So put it in an obvious spot so they can actually see it with the headlights on. It'll be reflective. They'll see the
Well,
number.
That being said, how do we get the signage to them? Do we have to deliver it? And if that's the case, then why don't we just put it up?
Well, maybe they want to
Yeah.
decorate the sign,
Oh, there you go. All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
stand out or something, kind of fit into their scheme of things or whatever. I don't
Okay. So do we have a date on which we're delivering the signage?
Before the 12th?
Between the 9th and the 12th.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you want, I can take a couple neighborhoods, you can take a couple neighborhoods, and then we'll be done.
Okay. So the 12th is Tuesday,
Saturday.
Next Thursday and Friday.
Wednesday, Monday, right? Is that what you said? I don't know why I'm on the wrong calendar here. What's going on? Oh,
The
that's-
9th is a week from today is Wednesday, and then the 12th is Saturday. So we
12th
have
is
to have
Saturday.
up Thursday and Friday if voting starts Saturday.
Yeah, so it has to be done by Friday night, more or less.
Okay,
Okay.
I can go out early in the morning before I start work.
Okay. I have the signs, and I can help too. Well, we can divvy up neighborhood to neighborhood,
Yep.
you know, whichever is. So maybe Tammy, by December 9th, which is Wednesday, correct? Right, Courtney?
Yes.
Wednesday. You let us know addresses, how many we have. You know, if I have to scramble and get 5 or 10 more, then I think that'll be appropriate, but.
Yeah. And I'll group them by like area too.
Okay. Yeah,
So
just-
that
we can
way,
send out a list, and we
Mhm.
can meet. I'll have all the signs. We can meet somewhere, and then I don't know. What do we do? Do we notify these people, or do we just like throw them in their yard like newspapers?
yeah, I have most people's like emails. And then a couple people did message me on Facebook, so I can just message them back. And just give them all the details saying we're going to drop them off and, you know, like between this date and this date. So if you see someone in your yard, like, please don't be alarmed or,
Don't
You
post
know,
it
that-
on Felling.
yeah, exactly.
Well, if we
And
don't
I'll
have
get the
more than
numbers as-
25, I'm pretty confident it can happen in one night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can
So
help.
we'll see how many we get, and then we'll decide. You know,
I can help set them out too if you need.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I can help set them out if you need some more help. To
Okay.
Spread it out more.
Okay.
And probably we could just stick them in their yard where they can see them, and then they can move them or put them wherever they want, just as long as they're visible to cars going by. I mean,
Right.
Yep.
I agree with that. I think we should just number them, plop them in their yard, and say you're free to do what you want with them as long as it's visible from the road.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have to get the gift cards still, but obviously I have some time for that. So how do we get that to them? Are we just mailing them or
But
the winners?
we'll already have their address unless they have a PO box. right?
So
Yeah,
just mail them out.
we could just, I guess we could mail them, or we could, I don't know.
Just contact them directly and
Oh, there
maybe
it is.
drop it off at their house or something.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's way out of the way. And then that way we'd know that it actually got to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's COVID, but you know, you wear a mask.
Yeah.
Say congratulations, maybe get a picture.
So who's going with me? I'm not doing that.
Photo op.
Let's
We
say
can-
they
I'm
could
sure.
avoid-
I'm sure someone will go with you. You know, I'm always available.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of help. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. I would think, you know, let's get through the sign distribution, the voting, and then we can decide. And that's basically an email thing, right? You just send out an email, who's in,
Yeah.
you know, we'll meet
Yeah.
at a certain time, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anybody else have anything, Christmas lights, decorating contest? Mark, good to see you. How are you?
Good. Sorry for being late again.
It's all good, man.
Work is something. Everything I heard about the Christmas decorating sounds awesome. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for doing that.
No sweat. Okay, so item number 3 in old business, signage for COVID-19 awareness in public areas.
Yep. I did talk to Tracy about it. Basically, she gave me some guidelines to work within for wording. She just said, you know, pretty much keep it simple, you know, saying like, please follow CDC guidelines as far as like the COVID signs. And then for, you know, the use of facilities, just to say like contact Recreation Commission. So pretty straightforward. I haven't had the chance. I just got that information from her in the last week, so I haven't had the chance to do the signage, but I can definitely work on that and should probably have it by next meeting. So
Yeah, that makes sense because the CDC recommendations and even the state guidelines keep changing. So
yeah,
we don't want to put anything that's like definitive, like don't do this, do that, and then it changed.
No,
Yeah.
what we could say was just default to CDC and state guidelines.
Right.
yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And honestly, the state guidelines trump the CDC guidelines anyway. So we may even, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Tracy thinks about that, but I know in the school systems, we have to go by the state and not the CDC.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
I know the CDC is coming out with some new guidelines and we have to wait until the state approves it before we can like act on them.
Okay.
So,
All right.
since they may be more restrictive than the CDC, it's their choice.
Yeah.
So,
So before I go ahead and, you know, get the signs made, I'll just send out a quick email to everyone with like the exact wording. Everyone can, you know, just give their input and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay. All right. That's anybody else with that? Any ideas? Opinions? You've already been allocated money to purchase these, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, item 3 is new business. The 2021 meeting schedule. I think we do this every year, don't we?
Yeah, I have the form. I filled it out with the first Wednesday of every month. And I don't think there was any, except for maybe July, I don't even think that worked. July 7th. I don't think it mattered. Yeah, so it's basically the first Wednesday of every month.
Yep.
And it worked out fine, unless someone wants to change it.
I
Looks
think-
good.
I think it's good.
All right, Mark, do you want me to sign it as a secretary and then I'll submit it Pam?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I do have the dates here, Melinda, if you want me to read them.
Okay, I have them too. Go, if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to, go ahead.
All right. January 6th, February 3rd, March 3rd, April 7th, May 5th, June 2nd, July 7th, August 4th, September 1st, October 6th, November 3rd, and December 1st. So, yeah.
Perfect.
And it'll still be 7 o'clock meeting time.
Yep.
Yeah, what was that Google thing? Was that a misprint? The Google Meet thing? That invitation?
It automatically generates both.
Yeah, so
Ah.
I met with Tracy this morning because not Tracy, Julie, because I've been having a hard time. So she set this up with me and I didn't realize I had Meet and Zoom. But that's the way it's set up from now on. We'll use the same link every meeting from now on. And then she helped me go over live on YouTube. So we did that this morning.
Nice.
What do you mean it automatically generates both?
Like all of our school stuff is through Google, and every Zoom that we get sent out through whatever has Zoom and Google Meets.
Because mine doesn't do that for my district. That's weird.
I don't know.
It's just Zoom.
The Google Meet one never works, but it already
I don't like
sends
Google
it
Meet.
every time. I've never used it.
I think our district only uses the Google Meets. I've never seen a Zoom link. So weird.
It is.
Gingerbread house contest. We had some information sent out to everyone from Melinda. I think it was the Sturbridge Village
Was one of them.
was one of them.
That one was the easiest one to like read and follow.
So do we want to even do it is my question.
I think so.
I think so too. I think it's
You
no
want-
different other than being present at the school for it. You know, it's almost like the Christmas
The only
decoration.
difference is if it hasn't been brought to everybody's attention in town that we're going to be doing it. Some of those people were decorating their gingerbread houses for like 3-4 weeks prior to.
Well, we better
Yeah,
say
that-
something to them then.
So I know of at least 3 people that took weeks of putting theirs together.
Well, my opinion, if we're gonna do it, let's do it now. You know, let's say
Well, does
something
it
now.
have to be like before Christmas? Like, can it just be like a winter thing and we have like the deadline like mid-January or something?
Yeah, why not? Because it seems like we're like behind the 8 ball because it's kind of late. Because by the time we get our acts together, it's going to be another week.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, we probably would be rushing it if we tried to get it in before Christmas. There's no reason to not have it in January.
Yeah,
If we
Yeah.
announce it like next week and then say like everything
Yeah.
has to be in by like January 8th or 15th, that gives people a month at least.
yep.
So what do we want to name it? Gingerbread house or festive house or?
We call it Holiday Gingerbread House Contest. I mean, it's
Or
still the
winter.
holiday following the week following January 1st. You know, everybody's
Yeah, we could
Just
Could
call
say
it winter.
winter.
winter. Yeah. Kind of changes the guidelines a little bit though, doesn't it? And like if you say winter, it doesn't have to be a Christmas theme. They can do whatever they want, right?
Right. And I feel
That's
like
Yeah,
true.
they're not Christmas theme anyway.
right.
Some of them come in like one was a log cabin made out of pretzels. They're just people make all different ones.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So do we want to go with the categories of adult, non-professional, adult, professional, youth, and family?
I would just do like adult child, and family. What do you usually do, Belinda?
Yeah.
We do the group / business one, which would be considered family. Most festive, I think it was. I'm trying to think. There was like 4 or 5 of them. One was for kids. We did like a certain age and under. And most traditional, maybe, or most creative. I'd have to look it up on my computer, which is at my office. I can look it up tomorrow.
I think we should do like a kids one.
Yeah.
I like the creative idea. And then maybe a group one. Well, I don't know. Is that encouraging people to work together and be close to each other?
Yeah,
We could
probably
just
not
do-
the best.
Probably not a good idea.
Or if we just consider it family, because
Family.
families live together.
Yeah. Give families something to do.
So family, kids, and creative.
That works.
Do they have to enter by category?
We didn't do it that way. We just, the ones we did in the last 2 years, they just went in and everybody voted all those different categories. You could
Yeah.
vote on any one of them.
I guess so. How would you know it was a kid that did it, and how would you know a family did it?
Good point. It's
Just
kind of like
the
the
thought.
Pinewood Derby.
You could have them pick.
Painful, painful.
Yeah, how
I
many
feel
how
like-
many adults did those?
Like really, your 8-year-old did not build that car. Okay, I know he did not build that car. I know it.
Have them enter into a category.
Yeah, they'd have to enter into a category. Correct.
Yeah. Or we could do different prizes for kids, like have a kids category and then have a adult / family category and have like a couple of different winners in that category. I don't know.
How many
And you-
categories do we want? Like, do we want to limit to like 4 or 5 or?
What did
I think we usually
say,
have,
three?
I want to say we have usually 4, and then we had best, like most,
Best
was it?
overall.
Like
Yeah.
overall
yeah, overall, which,
grand champion.
That sounds fine. 4 categories and best overall.
Yeah.
I'll look tomorrow at the ones that we used for the previous years, and I'll send them out. You guys can go from there.
Yeah.
But I know we did a kid one, we did a family / or group one, whatever you want to call it, business / group. Like the Boy Scouts were involved in it, or the Girl Scouts, or Town Pizza, or whatever.
Well, definitely be
then-
nice. It'll definitely be nice to have something that's over the Christmas break for the kids to do.
Mm.
So they can, if like a whole bunch of kids want to get together and, like family members or whatever and do the gingerbread houses, it'll give them something to do that week
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they're off.
Well, why don't we let Belinda check out the categories she had previously? Again, this is probably something we can all decide via email.
Yeah.
Do we want to say 5 categories and how much of a prize per each category and vote on the amount? So that way we don't have
Usually
to
we do
vote.
$25.
Yeah, let's say 25 a piece and then 50 for the overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a YSB meeting next week, so maybe YSB could do the gift card or whatever for the kids.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so I'll make a motion to allocate $125 minus the YSB, or should we just do 150?
You could say
For
150.
150 for 4 categories and an overall winner for the gingerbread contest. post Belinda sending us what the previous ones were, and then we'll discuss via email what we think is the best categories to use.
Second,
Cool.
Who was that?
Tammy.
me.
All right. And
Just so you guys know, next year at the gingerbread house contest, assuming we don't have any freaking COVID issues, I want to make the theme kind of like historical or something to do with Voluntown because it's the bicentennial thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I like that.
Great idea. Great idea. Okay, anybody else have anything on the gingerbread house contest?
So do we want to come up with like I can put together like a registration form or something? So we're ready to go once we figure out the categories and a date. Because we have to have that. If we want to finish.
Well, I may have one of those too on my computer. I don't, because they spilled out something when they dropped it. They did that last year.
Yeah, the only problem with that would be just changing dates. That's it.
Right.
You know.
Well, and like we got to decide. You're gonna have to decide on if they're sending in pictures. Are they dropping them off somewhere?
Yeah, you'd have to have a minimum amount of pictures. I think just pictures is the way to do it. That way, Belinda, you don't have like 14 gingerbread houses at your place, you know?
Well, we don't necessarily need a registration form because what we did with the holiday lights is we just had them email the rec commission with their name and their phone number and their address.
And the photographs.
So we can just say, for entries, you need to send us your photographs with this information.
Limited to however many. It's got to be
right.
You can't have them send 20 pictures of a gingerbread house, you know.
Right, and we can put that all in the sign.
They're one final product. That's all. We just need one picture of their one final product. Better make sure it's a good picture.
Is that easy enough to switch or change the one that you made for the Christmas one, Tammy?
Yeah, I did that Christmas one in like 15 minutes, so it's not really labor intensive.
And one of the links I sent you does have photo tips that we can share with them.
Okay.
So how are we going to post it? Like, how are people going to vote on it?
I'd say once we have all the pictures, put them as one, like
One
upload to
post.
Facebook or whatever. And then they have to comment or like whichever one they want.
Well, do you
what if
want
they're
them
not
to
on
comment
Facebook?
or like? Well, what we can do is we can give that to the town of Voluntown and they can send it out too. I mean, it's unfortunately going to have to be via some sort of media because of COVID.
Right?
So we'll have social media. We can have Tracy send it out to all the people that are registered for like email stuff. And then we can have people put one vote each to the rec commission email.
I feel like you're gonna get way more people voting if all they have to do is comment or something on Facebook. Then honestly, I would not go out of my way to email rec if I could just click a button on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
Just being straight up.
No, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they don't go out of their way for that stuff.
That's true.
If it's not,
we can just.
they're not gonna bother.
That's how they do it at the dentist, believe it or not. Because our dentist office does stuff on Facebook, and they'll post like their gingerbread houses or their whatever contest that they do, that wreaths, Christmas wreaths and stuff, and they just post them on Facebook, and you like the one that you like. You comment on the one that you like, whether it's number 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. You just comment the number on the Facebook page.
So I guess if they're not on Facebook and we send it out through the town email, then they could just email rec and we can add them to the accounts.
Right.
That works.
Yeah, I mean, we can do both. I think we can just post it on our Facebook, and it's a good way to get people to our Facebook page.
Mhm.
And then we can just tally up both. You know, if people don't want to go on Facebook, or if they don't have Facebook, they can just email the rec commission. But then, you know, we'll also have it on Facebook. And I would agree with Courtney. I think we'd get much more of a response on Facebook than emailing directly.
All right, so now where do we move to? Yeah, what is that? Is that how you're going to post it? You're just going to put it on Facebook and a town email and then say respond to either or just one or
Yeah, so
whatever you
I'm
have the ability to
thinking,
do?
I'm thinking
Just
Tracy
entry-
can add it to the newsletter, the January newsletter. Maybe like a link or something to our Facebook page.
Okay.
And or to our email. That way they can,
Respond directly to one or
Yeah.
both or
Yeah.
of those. Okay.
and then, assuming that we have 10 entries or something like that, we'll just make 10 separate posts on our Facebook page.
Just put them all in one album.
No,
like,
just
an
one.
album of
Oh,
pictures,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
all in one spot.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you just,
And then
Like which
everyone
one?
can just share out that post and it'll get,
the only thing is I don't think we should count comments. It would just have to be
Just be likes.
Yeah.
Well, oh, okay. I was thinking they could go in and say they like number one. That would be their comment was the number one.
Okay.
But I
yeah.
see what you're saying. If it's an album, it's individual pictures. They just like the picture they like.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because someone can like and comment, which I don't know.
Right.
Doesn't
Then
make a
it's
big
like a
deal, but-
double.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Yeah.
But then just put in the, like in the description or whatever, make sure you click on the photo you
Yeah.
you want, not in the overall. People know what that mean if they're in the Facebook world.
So when are we doing this by? Did we come up with a date?
Go for it like a gazillion.
Do you want to do like
Only like
January 15th?
Oh, my birthday.
What day is that? I don't even
It's a
know.
I
Friday.
don't
It's a
know.
Friday.
Oh, it's
Okay.
That was the date I wrote down on my notepad. January 15th.
So that's when the submissions would be due by?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And then we could post
Put it up
it
on the
maybe on like, yeah, we could do like the 16th or the 17th, do the posting and have people vote.
And then we'll announce winners by the next weekend or something.
Yeah.
Give them a week. to
Yeah.
vote.
So it'll give like a week for people
Yep.
to like vote on it.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
can, kind of drive people there.
So you're gonna post something next week and say, just submit it by the 15th? Right? Okay.
Submit it.
Your
Yep.
picture by January 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, so that way if anybody's making them for the holiday, they can still just take a picture of them.
Hmm. And I
So
think
when-
we should have all the entries go to the email.
Yeah. Send your picture to the
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
and then
Because
we
there's
can
no
vote.
other way unless somebody there's actually no other way. Even in Facebook, I don't think you can put a picture in there on our inbox. I think
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah. You
I
might be
know,
able to.
maybe you can, I don't know.
But to keep it simple, yeah, they can just email it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are we announcing the winners? The Saturday, the 23rd, or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that works.
Saturday, 23rd, announced winners.
Do we have to make a motion on this?
I don't know, do we?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because we already made a motion to allocate the money.
Okay, perfect. So Belinda, just get us whatever information you have from historical events with that and guess
Yeah,
we'll move forward.
As soon as Belinda gets as soon as we figure out what categories or whatever, I can put together something and get it out this weekend
Okay.
so that everybody knows, or maybe even sooner.
Can you send it to everybody before you send it out?
Yeah.
Right, sounds good. Item 4 on the agenda, correspondence.
I do not have any. Melinda.
I was there today and I didn't even think to look.
Okay.
Okay, general discussion, item 5.
Tammy, you had something.
What was it? The the Dean question?
Yes, I got your email after the agenda.
Oh, sorry. I didn't look at it. I've been busy. Dean contacted us. The Voluntown Baptist Church was looking to borrow the FM transmitter for, I think it was their Christmas Eve service. So I told them that I'd have to like check with everybody and see if everyone was okay with it, if they borrowed it.
Yes,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
especially since he
Maybe.
helps us.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's and I mean, it's not like they're gonna be like reckless with it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to allow the Baptist Church to borrow the FM transmitter.
I'll second.
Second it.
Okay, I'll let him know. He also mentioned that he was asking if we were planning on doing the movie nights again in the spring, because he said he would start looking for a better option for the screen for us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought we are planning on doing that, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
even if we don't do
Yeah.
drive-in, we can have people sitting down on the, I mean,
Yeah.
COVID goes away, we can still have movie nights.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
people will be able to move.
I thought it was very successful.
I did
Yeah.
too.
Well,
It
even
was
without COVID, though, I think the drive-in aspect of it, people really liked.
It did.
Yeah.
Nice if they'd be able to move, absolutely, and sit closer to people. But I think the drive-in we should keep too.
Yeah. I like
Don't
the
have to worry
drive-in
about
because
the mosquitoes.
well, then you can roll up your windows and you can
Yeah,
just
triple A,
listen
it's
to it.
fine.
Yeah. But there was, when we did it before and it wasn't the drive-in, I remember sitting on a blanket or like even in chairs, and the dew from the grass was so disgusting by the time we were done. I felt like gross. Like, so it's just nice, like even sitting in the back of a pickup truck is a lot nicer than sitting close to the ground, you know,
Yeah.
on a blanket or whatever. So I definitely like the drive-in better.
Out of all those events that we did, and I missed one of them, we had one complaint.
We had
Oh,
one.
really?
And it was because of me, because I was rude to the woman because she could not park her car straight. So I take full responsibility for it.
Did she complain after?
She complained during, and then she smoked cigarettes outside the fence the rest of the night. So I take full responsibility for it. I'm cool with that.
It's all right.
She couldn't park her car straight. Like, I'm like, really? Like, you drive on the
remember.
interstate and you can't even park in a field? You know?
It was scary watching some of the people. It
Sure it
really
was.
was.
Sure it was. So that's cool. I say we give Dean the okay to, he's a pretty resourceful guy. I say we give him the okay to start doing some research for us.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
will also say this, like on the record, I believe we have an open seat, correct?
Yes,
I
one.
think so.
All right.
Yep.
So he kind of showed some interest too.
Oh, well, I can always, like, when I email him back, I can just say, hey, you know, we do have a spot on the rec commission.
I believe he might even actually be waiting for that. So,
Oh.
Okay.
and he's a talker, but he's a very resourceful person, and he's got tons of energy, and he's always willing to help, and he's a community guy.
He's totally great. Yeah.
I feel he'd be a good asset.
Yeah, so all he has to do is send a letter of interest to the town hall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that in there.
Awesome.
Could probably do it via email.
Yeah, probably. Now with COVID. Awesome.
Hey,
Okay.
anybody have anything else for general discussion?
Mhm.
No? All right.
No.
Well, I thought that was a good meeting.
Did you guys, just to double check it, did you guys discuss the volleyball?
We did.
Okay.
We did. I think we covered some resources for construction, resources for material, resources for the equipment. And Courtney made a great point that maybe we should get it done before winter's over. So when the weather does break, people can enjoy it. So
Okay. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
might be like a, February, March kind of like, let's get after it kind of thing,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll have a plan in place or we'll work on a plan, during the winter months, and then as
Yeah.
soon as the ground, thaws out, we'll get it right out there, and I think we can do it in, a day or two, a weekend.
I agree. So Mark, just so you're aware, I'm going to call Ron Milovich. He's our town foreman, municipal
Yep.
foreman. See if we have access to equipment and or trucks.
Okay.
There's a couple gear was brought up as far as a material supplier for the sand. I can make contact with Dave Gear, see if he's willing to work something out as far as trucking. And a friend of mine works for J-Pro, which is a large athletic equipment supplier, some vendor, I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll see what we can get for pricing on the net, an outdoor net.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
that sounds awesome. Although, wasn't that one of the things that the sandbox was going to provide? Wasn't that?
I thought so, but I couldn't really remember.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the things.
They were supplying a net, correct?
Yeah, a net, and I think the rigging system. I think like the posts and cable.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's it. That was my interpretation.
I thought so too, but I didn't really recall. I didn't read the email.
Yeah.
chain.
And then my only other comment is it'd be great to reach out to Gear. But I know that, as ridiculous as this might sound, I think like there's better types of sand or better quality sand. So let's just make sure. Let's see what the sandbox suggests for. I think basically it has to be like a really fine sand, but not too fine. Basically, you don't want it to be too coarse where if you're diving for a ball, you're going to skin up your knee every time. But you also don't want it to be too fine where it's a powder of dust or a cloud of dust every time you're on the sand, if that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense.
So I think Gears will definitely be great to reach out to as soon as we know what type of sand that we want.
So maybe we ought to respond to Nate Musser and have him maybe define what the sandbox is willing to do for us.
Yep, that and
And
get a
sand
little
quality.
more consulting information out of them.
Okay.
Like some specs and whatnot. So
Sorry, Mike, did you want to say something?
Yeah, the town gets their sand for the roads from Disc Jardins in Plainfield. They're pretty reasonable.
Okay.
They have a nice sand bank over there. Screen and plant and the whole deal.
Okay.
So I found the email and it says the sandbox would provide for free a professional level net, boundary lines, antenna posts, and hardware free of charge. Public
Wow.
Works would generally help with the post installation.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's good. So basically all we're on the hook for cost wise would be the sand, really.
Right.
And
Sand and any installation costs. Yeah.
yeah, which if we can get the town guys to either do it for us or lend us the equipment, there wouldn't be any cost. But I'd have to talk to Ron
You put the post
Milovich first to
up
see.
if you wanted to,
Yeah. Yep.
Probably.
All right.
You might want to meet with us.
Yeah, that was my next thing. January 3rd, Mark, we're gonna meet, whoever, all of us can meet if we want, kind of find a suitable location for this before we move forward with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Wait, what was it? Did you say a date?
January 3rd at 9.
January 3rd, 9 a.m. Yeah,
January 3rd, 9 a.m. Okay.
okay. Let's get through the holidays. We'll get some more information first. I mean, I've got Nate Musser's number too. I could just directly call him and see if he can keep moving.
Okay.
My wife's got reports to write. She's kicking me out of the office.
Oh.
She gave me the whole, you're done.
Wind it up.
Wind it up. All right.
right.
Anybody else for general discussion?
Why?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second it.
Do you guys want budget info?
Oh, yeah.
Just ask him.
Are there any
Sure.
changes since last meeting?
Just the
I don't know.
$150 for the signage. That's it.
Might have, I don't even know if that went, let me see, did that go in? Might not have. What do we have for expenses to date last time?
$1,211.45.
All right, we have a little more. So it's $1,630.40.
Yeah, it was money for Mark for the signs and then myself for the signs.
Yeah, but I don't have you guys on here, so there
Yeah,
must have
because
been,
then there was also money for me for the gift cards.
The gift cards, that's right.
Either,
and
right?
there's yeah, but it's only what's been submitted.
Got it.
So the gift cards aren't in there.
No, not yet.
Yeah. It's probably yoga. Because it looks like we just had yoga on 12/1.
So-
That came in.
So how much remains now?
So we have $11,369.60.
Starting to
Yeah,
look
'cause
like
this-
it's starting to look like we're gonna have another like madness May and June meeting where we're spending all kinds of money.
Well, not with the movie thing. I mean, we might
Yeah, we got the movie
look at that
screen.
in spring.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And then wasn't there a second thing that we said we were gonna spend money on? Or maybe that was
Yeah.
just the volleyball court.
Field and stuff.
Oh, the field, that's right. Yes. Okay.
The movie screen itself.
Yeah, movie screen, the field, and then if any expenses for the volleyball court.
Might need to do the
Okay.
walking track again.
Oh, yep. Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to think, like, I don't see anything on here for like the movie stuff. Interesting.
Didn't we use the other fund for that?
Did we? And that's what I was like looking. I'm like,
I
did
thought
we
we
use the
used
other
that.
one?
Other fund. I forget what it's called.
The only thing we spent for that was for the licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here.
And I
We
bought
frozen.
one.
Well,
Maybe they-
we were frozen. Our account was frozen when we first did all that, so we used the other account.
Gate
Yeah, but
Street.
Yes, that one.
I'm not seeing it on like, oh wait, no.
Maybe YSB paid for everything.
No, I only paid for one thing. That's it.
Ah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm sure it'll show up.
It'll show up.
Yeah.
Right when we're ready to spend more money, it'll
Right.
show up. And we'll be like,
Put us in the
Oh,
red.
wow. Well, they'll help us into next year, you know?
there you go.
Yeah.
No big. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, I'm making a motion to
Adjourn.
adjourn. Tammy, do you
Second.
second?